Hello everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here, and we are taking a look at this week's weekly adventures. So we have a 1.5, 2.5, and a 3-star adventure. So for the 1.5 against Victor, we have game start, the foe summons a Tasty Feyfolk, and round start, deal 2 to the foe's Nexus. So that Tasty Feyfolk, 4 power, 2 health, lifesteal. So you're going to want to get this off the board as soon as possible so that they can't heal themselves up, and that the Nexus will then just slowly tick down to nothing. So you're going to just want to plan on some way of getting rid of this unit. So either someone with removal, such as Veigar, where they're going to be generating a Darkness round start, and they can just immediately take this off the board. Or even just having a Challenger unit, potentially a quick attack Challenger so they can't attack you back. But a Challenger unit to just get this off the board as soon as possible. You could also go the CC route and try to stun it on its attack turn, so it can't attack and heal itself up, but you're just going to want to plan on some way of dealing with that Tasty Feyfolk just so they're not constantly sustaining throughout the entire game. Overall should be relatively easy, but I would just recommend having some way to get rid of that, especially some small amount of removal will easily get that off the board. Alright, for the 2.5, it's up against Lee Sin. So we have game start, all players summon a Hextech Observatory. See that right here, each round the first time you play a spell, refill mana equal to its cost. So this will obviously be good for all the spells decks. And then we have Beyond Mere Flesh. The foe's units have 1/1 for each of their keywords, so they will be pretty tanky. Just go in expecting that every unit's going to have at least 1/1 or 2/2 as far as extra stats. But yeah, play pretty much any spells-based deck, so like Master Yi, Lee Sin, Annie, Jhin. You can even go Ashe with like Counterplan. You just want to be playing one spell every single round. Lux would also work. Play like one spell every round to take advantage of the Hextech Observatory and put this 1 power to use. And then beyond Mere Flesh, you're just going to have more powerful units that are able to deal with the enemy being a bit stronger. So it's not necessarily a specific way to counter this one. Just be prepared that the unit is going to have tougher cards you're going to have to go up against. But there's going to be a large amount of different decks that'll be able to handle this. And even if you're playing a deck that's not necessarily a spells-based deck, you might just want to go something with like Grand General's Counterplan as far as Relic, where every round you're making your champion spell, just so that you're still able to get use of this. Alright, for the 3-star against Viego, so we have Celestial Guidance. Each round the player's first Targon card costs 1 less to play. Noxian Might, rank 2. Each round, the first time the foe summons a unit, grant it 4 power and overwhelm. This is the same thing as Darius's 3-star, and then the Vicious Enemy. So the Celestial Guidance, this is actually pretty big. So the 3 Targon decks is Leona, Diana, and Yuumi. And this is going to work out especially well, I would say, for Diana as well as Yuumi. So for Diana, she is a Nightfall deck, so you're wanting to play 1 card before playing all of your Nightfall cards, because the Nightfall cards, if they're not the first card you play each round, then they get their benefit. And Diana also has an effect that when you play your first card, you get refunded 1 mana. And Diana is also a very aggressive deck early, as well as just one of the strongest champions in the game. So using this to make your early game even better, and trying to end the game before it really starts, would be very strong. This will also be very good for Yuumi. Yuumi herself is a 3-cost champion, so that's Celestial Guidance. If she's the first card, you can get her as a 2-cost, you can play her in the very first round. And Yuumi, if you are a bit higher level with her, can also be a very strong early game deck. She is definitely weak at her early levels, but if you ever level up a little bit, she can be very strong. So I'd recommend going with either one of those two, Diana or Yuumi. Yes, this would still help Leona, but honestly, Leona is a bit of a slower deck, and against someone like Viego, you really don't want to be slowing down. And also with the Noxian Might power, you don't want them being able to get this off several rounds in a row. You want to be trying to end the game as soon as you can. So yeah, if you want to take advantage of the powers available, use Diana or Yuumi, or just use whatever super strong champion you have and blast through it, and you should be good to go. Alright, that's it for this week's adventures. Comment down below what you think, or if you're in a different region that has different adventures, you can also comment down below and let us know what those adventures are. Also, if you're enjoying all this Path of Champions content, definitely like and subscribe. Trying to push for 10K by the end of the year, so any help you can give is greatly appreciated, and I hope you have a great day.